Okay, so this is my dream catcher, and as you can see, I started it, and all I did was I knotted up here the thread that I was using, and I went into the hole here of the doily, and then under the hoop, then over the hoop, and then through the doily again, and then under the hoop and over. And you see, I'm just repeating that. So here I am. I've done half of it, and so I'm continuing in that fashion, and you'll see again I'm under the hoop, and now I'm going to go into, it's like the third hole here, and I'm going to go in, and then I'm going to go under, and then again like the third hole, under. So you just continue in that fashion until you get to the very end. And once you get at the very end, it's very simple. You can just tie it off. And here you see I'm getting close to that. Yeah. But first, before you tie it off, just make sure that you have it sort of equal, so that all your sides are basically equal, and you might want to go around and just tighten up these strings a bit so they're not too loose, because you want it to be able to hold the doily pretty straight in that hoop. So just continue doing that, and when you have it pretty tight enough and even enough, then you can just come up here and you can just knot it. Okay, so we're going to do the second weave in our dream catcher. And for this row, I've picked out a different yarn, so I have a little contrast. You could work with the same yarn, doesn't matter, it's whatever you like. Now, for this row, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add beads. And I'll show you how I do this. And hopefully, you will also find this appealing, this particular technique. Now, the first thing I want to do is I want to string the beads on, and you'll see I just put them through my needle. Sometimes if you have trouble putting the beads through the needle, you might have to push it quite a bit, and if that doesn't work, you don't have to have the needle. You can thread the beads without the needle and then put the needle on later on if you want to. The needle is just to make things go faster and smoother, that's all. But it's not necessary. Okay, so here I have my beads on. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in a hole that's in this indent of the doily. And you see here where I'm going in. And here are my beads. And I'm just going to pull it through and then bring the beads to where I want them. Then I'm going to go through that hoop again, and I'm going to go through the beads again, and just pull your string, and make sure you make that sort of tight. You want to make sure that it'll hold. And then what I do on this row is I go over the hoop and then through. But again, you want to put your beads on first. So this, I put the blue one on, and then below the yellow one. So for this one, I think I'm going to do the yellow one on top. So I put that one in first, and then I'm going to do the blue one on the bottom. Oops. And so now what I do is I go, oops, I'm going to go over the hoop and then through to the hole in the indent, and then bring this through. Oops, got caught there. And I'm going to bring the beads over to here. And again, I want to keep them in place by going through the beads again, and then just pulling the yarn through there. I'm going to show you one more time. And again, you want to tighten it Tighten that string so it stays on. Okay? So this time I'm going to put the blue one on top. So I'm going to put the blue, then the yellow, and again we're going to go over, and then we're going to go through our hole. Oops, wait, missed that one. Sorry guys. Let me do that again. I didn't go through the hoop. Didn't go over the hoop. Here we go. Sometimes it's a little awkward to work with such a long string, so, but it's doable. Okay, again, we're going to go through our beads, pull the string, and tighten. Not too tight, but tight enough. So you're going to keep doing that until you get to the end. And when you get to the end, you're going to do like what you did with the other row and just knot it on top. And then after that, you can do your decorations.